Shalom, shalom. This is Rabbi Miller coming to you on this Monday, April 20th. I hope that your week is starting off well. It was wonderful to see many of you yesterday joining us for our concert with Jacob Spike Krause. That's still available on our Facebook Live if you want to watch back. He is such a wonderful entertainer. We are grateful to the Kaplan Family Youth Education Program for making this possible, and Jacob will be with us next year as our musical guest with our religious school, joining us several times to teach music to our students and then for a concert at the end of the year. But if you want to get a taste of how exciting that's going to be, check him out through Facebook Live with the concert that he did for us yesterday. Lots of wonderful things are happening in our community. We know that many of you tuned in yesterday as well for the Yom HaShoah commemoration as we remembered the Holocaust and the Shoah, as well as the messages that we learned from that and the sense of hope that we have from hearing the stories of our survivors and the righteous Gentiles during the Holocaust. That's also available on our live stream archive as well as from Facebook. We hope you'll watch that and find some hope during this time. Well, in addition to the events that have just happened, we have lots of things coming up here in our temple community. Allow me to share some of those with you at this time. We have coming up today on Monday, April 20th. At noon, we have History of the Jewish People in Israel. On Thursday, April 23rd, we have our new speaker series, One Spark at a Time. That's at 10 o'clock on Zoom. That's going to be an opportunity to hear from people who are making our world a little more whole and holy, picking up on the mystical story that at the beginning of creation, the world was whole, and then it shattered, and divine sparks went everywhere. It's our responsibility to collect those sparks and to make the world a little bit better, to repair it. It's where the idea of Tikkun Olam comes from. And each week, I'll be interviewing another individual or group who are doing that kind of sacred work. This week, join me as we speak with Steve Popper, founder and CEO of Meals of Hope. Later on Thursday, we have All Stitched Up and Nowhere to Go. That's our stitching, sewing, crafting group. That's at 4:30 on Zoom. We have happy hour with a member of the clergy, 5:30 on Thursday afternoon. Bring the drink of your choice, alcoholic or not, but come hang out. It's a great chance to socialize and connect with your community. Later this week, we'll have our Shabbat services on Friday and Saturday. Our Erev Shabbat services are at 7:30 p.m. That's on live stream and Facebook Live. Our Shabbat morning services, the same place, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Saturday night will be Havdalah. And then Sunday, we have an amazing concert with Cantor Azu at 4 o'clock as she will sing some Israeli music for us. That'll be a wonderful experience for all of us. For those who were watching this past Friday night, you heard my message at the beginning talk about the idea of feeling a little bit adrift during this time. That after several weeks now of socially isolating ourselves and keeping apart and being aware of our safety protocols during this COVID-19 pandemic, it's starting to drain us a little bit. Well, while we do find hope knowing that there is a spark of light, that there will be a tomorrow, there will be a better time, we still need to be mindful of where we are and to allow ourselves the space that we need. So on this Mindful Monday, I want to return back to one of the techniques that I shared at the very beginning of our video series, and that is meditation. For those who might not have seen it or those who might have been practicing it, meditation is a wonderful way to allow ourselves to process. Today, especially during this time when days are blending one into the next, it's important for us to set aside time to just be, to clear our minds, to center. And so we'll do the exercise similar to what we do every Friday night, but I encourage you to do this not just for a minute or two, but to set a timer and do it for 10 to 15 minutes, a couple of times a week. You'll be amazed at how refreshed you will feel when it is over. There are several wonderful apps you can use to help guide you. Some will even provide a speaking meditation. Others will provide background noise so that you're able to focus and concentrate during your meditation. One I like is called Insight Timer. Another one that people like to use is called Headspace. Those apps are both available on most mobile platforms. But let's now do a little bit of an exercise just to refresh our memory for how this works. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that you're in a space where you're not going to be disturbed. Turn off things that are around you that might take you out of your meditation. Plant your feet on the floor as you're sitting in your seat. Feel they call them the sits bones in yoga classes often. Feel as your tush is connected to the seat, as your feet are connected to the ground, and that you are now anchored and rooted. Start to lift the crown of your head towards the ceiling, lengthening your spine. Allow your shoulders to relax. At this point, you want to allow your hands to just rest on your thighs. You can have them turned up, which is a sign of openness, or turned down, that you're looking inward. Either way, whichever feels more comfortable to you. As you sit there, begin to focus yourself on an awareness of your body. Note how you're feeling in your neck and shoulders. Take a moment just to kind of gently turn your nose to one side, then to the other. Just noting the tension that's there. You don't need to fight through it or push through it. Then once you note that, close your eyes and focus in on just your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find a rhythm with your breath. In for 4 counts, feeling your lungs fill with hope and possibility. Exhale for 4 counts, releasing some tension from your neck or shoulders. Start to focus in on just your breath, the simplest of things, the activity that keeps us alive. We often do unconsciously. Notice the air itself, cool going in, warm as it exits. And then allow your mind to just go. Think of your mind as like a river, the one behind me, or as a waterfall, that as things pop up in your mind, just simply allow them to float along down the river. Take note of them. Realize what's on your mind, what might be troubling you, but don't be too concerned. Just simply let it go in your mind to clear. Most importantly, understand that this is a practice. No one expects you to be able to clear your mind or keep it there forever. It's a practice that we don't judge ourselves for how we are doing, but simply note where we are. If more things pop up, allow them to float down the river. Be aware of them, but just try to keep your mind clear as you breathe. Before you know it, your timer will be up. You'll open your eyes. When you do end your meditation, however long you set your timer for, take a moment, feel the energy coming back into your hands and shoulders. Move your neck again, dipping your nose forward and then to the left and to the right. And notice how different your neck feels. Perhaps a little bit looser, more free. Notice across your body, less tension, less stress. Meditation helps us. Mindfulness is a useful tool. And I hope that during this time of uncertainty, when we might feel a little adrift, that some mindfulness provides guidance for you, strength, and hope. Because friends, tomorrow will come. And by being here together, sharing these moments, whether here, in our classes, for services, for all the events that we are doing, by being here together, we strengthen each other because we are not alone. We are one family connected together. Have a wonderful day. I wish you all shalom.